support to our party, to your party, and as we are about to make history in the Republic of Liberia. Before we move further, I'd like to seize the moment to recognize personalities on the platform, after which we'll briefly state the purpose of today's address and introduce to you the persons that will be delivering the address on behalf of the party. So let me begin my introduction from our far left. We have Partisan Amen Kukui. Partisan Joshua is one. So this recognition is capturing both partisans and government officials are here. I want to say you are all welcome. So next to partisan Amen Kukui is the strong and powerful
police here putting all of the belongings of the Fulani National down. First water moment. This was a serious tension this morning. Even football and other materials are being thrown. Kettles belonging to these people are being thrown away by the police. Total invasion is taking place here now. Those Fulanis who, okay, folks, see a dramatic fact. Civilians are now fighting over belonging of these Fulanis. As you can see, and they have arrested one. They arrested one in connection with this. Folks are fighting to see how best this individual can be severely brutalized. This is tense, folks. The police trying the best, and now he's finally in the police vehicle. The police are trying by all means to put him in the vehicle right here. Civilians are angry why he was not severely brutalized. You can see the anger from their faces. While some Fulani are here not satisfied, you can see from the facial expression of this individual. A mattress again belonging to these people is being carried away by civilians. And I'm seeing that the police is doing nothing about it, and this mattress is being carried away. That mattress was carried away.
People looting the area.
There's a huge tax this morning. Another mattress and belonging. Who actually to take this mattress away now becomes the talk of the day. As you see, civilians are now fighting for ownership of this mattress. Is it a right thing to do, or it is wrong? There's a question. Now fan and podcast follow this. Followed by cheer. Kettles are now coming down. Series of kettles here. So the Liberia National Police now is saying that since we sent you rates on series of occasions, and you people were resisting that this can be. We will stand by our word. This is our time to show you the way, and they are throwing all of the belongings away, allowing civilians to take it without any complaint or any word of advice. But they are actually busy here. And on the scene, surveys is taking place also. But folks, we are doing everything possible to get into the building. We are making everything possible to get into the building here to provide you an update. Police here putting all of the belongings of the Fulani National down. First one a moment. This was a serious tension this morning. The football and other materials are being thrown. Kettles belonging to these people are being thrown away by the police. Total invasion is taking place here now. Those Fulanis who, okay, folks, see a dramatic fact. Civilians are now fighting over belonging of these Fulanis. As you can see, and they have arrested one. They arrested one in connection with this. Folks are fighting to see how best this individual can be severely brutalized. This is tense, folks. The police trying the best, and now he's finally in the police vehicle. The police are trying by all means to put him in the vehicle right here. Civilians are angry why he was not severely brutalized. You can see the anger from their faces. While some Fulani are here not satisfied, you can see from the facial expression of this individual. A mattress again belonging to these people is being carried away by civilians. And I'm seeing that the police is doing nothing about it, and this mattress is being carried away. That mattress was carried away.
People looting the area.
There's a huge tax this morning. Another mattress and belonging. Who actually to take this mattress away now becomes the talk of the day. As you see, civilians are now fighting for ownership of this mattress. Is it a right thing to do, or it is wrong? There's a question. Now fan and podcast follow this. Followed by cheer. Kettles are now coming down. Series of kettles here. So the Liberia National Police now is saying that since we sent you raids on series of occasions and you people were resisting that this can be, we will stand by our word. This is our time to show you the way, and They are throwing all of the belongings away, allowing civilians to take it without any complaint or any word of advice. But they are actually busy here. And on the scene, surveys is taking place also. But folks, we are doing everything possible to get into the building. We are making everything possible to get into the building here to provide you an update. Police here putting all of the belongings of the Fulani National down. First one a moment. This was a serious tension this morning. Even football and other materials are being thrown. Kettles belonging to these people are being thrown away by the police. Total invasion is taking place here now. Those Fulanis who, okay, folks, see a dramatic fact. Civilians are now fighting over belonging of these Fulanis. As you can see, and they have arrested one. They arrested one in connection with this. Folks are fighting to see how best this individual can be severely brutalized. This is tense, folks. The police trying their best, and now he's finally in the police vehicle. The police are trying by all means to put him in the vehicle right here. Civilians are angry why he was not severely brutalized. You can see the anger from their faces. While some Fulani are here not satisfied, you can see from the facial expression of this individual. A mattress again belonging to these people is being carried away by civilians. And I'm seeing that the police is doing nothing about it, and this mattress is being carried away. That mattress was carried away.
People looting the area.
There's a huge tax this morning. Another mattress and belonging. Who actually to take this mattress away now becomes the talk of the day. As you see, civilians are now fighting for ownership of this mattress. Is it a right thing to do or it is wrong? There's a question. Now fan and podcast follow this. Followed by cheer. Kettles are now coming down. Series of kettles here. So the Liberia National Police now is saying that since we sent you raids on series of occasions and you people were resisting that this can be, we will stand by our word. This is our time to show you the way, and they are throwing all of the belongings away, allowing civilians to take it without any complaint or any word of advice. But they are actually busy here. on the scene. Surveys is taking place also. But folks, we are doing everything possible to get into the building. We are making everything possible to get into the building here to provide you an update. Police here putting all of the belongings of the Fulani National down. First while a moment. This was a serious tension this morning. The football and other materials are being thrown. Kettles belonging to these people are being thrown away by the police. Total evasion is taking place here now. Those Fulanis who, okay, folks, see a dramatic fact. Civilians are now fighting over belonging of these Fulanis. As you can see, and they have arrested one. They arrested one in connection with this. Folks are fighting to see how best this individual can be severely brutalized. This is tense, folks. The police trying their best, and now he's finally in the police vehicle. The police are trying by all means to put him in the vehicle right here. Civilians are angry why he was not severely brutalized. You can see the anger from their faces. While some Fulani are here not satisfied, you can see from the facial expression of this individual. A mattress again belonging to these people is being carried away by civilians. I'm seeing that the police is doing nothing about it, and this mattress is being carried away. That mattress was carried away.
People looting the area.
There's a huge tax this morning. Another mattress and belonging. Who actually to take this mattress away now becomes the talk of the day. As you see, civilians are now fighting for ownership of this mattress. Is it a right thing to do or it is wrong? There's a question. Now fan and podcast follow this. Followed by cheer. Kettles are now coming down. Series of kettles here. So the Liberia National Police now is saying that since we sent you raids on series of occasions and you people were resisting that this can be, we will stand by our word. This is our time to show you the way. And
of a father who was supposed to get a Christmas gift for his children. He asked them, "What do you want for Christmas?" And the children said, "We want a puppy." And he said, "Okay." He went to the pet store and he asked for a puppy. And of course they brought him a puppy, sat on the counter, and he took the cage the puppy was in and placed it down to pay. And as you always know, there are some mischievous people So one of them came and took the puppy out and put a cat in there. And of course he didn't, after payment, so excited, took the cage, put it in a car. He went to the house. He didn't take the puppy out. And the children came, Daddy, where's our puppy? It says in the car. And of course they went to the car. They went and looked, lo and behold, it was a cat. He said, Daddy, it's not a puppy, it's a cat. He said, you think I'm stupid? I bought a puppy and I myself put it in a car. And they invited him to the car. He went, opened the car. It was a cat. Got angry, went back to the pet store, put the cage down to make his case. And the people said, we are not stupid. We sold you a puppy. And by that time, this mischievous person had come again, taking the cat out and put a puppy. And when he took the cage and placed it on the counter, and the people said, we told you. It was a puppy. And he looked at the puppy and said, you want to be a puppy? Be a puppy. You want to be a cat? Be a cat. You cannot be a cat one day. Diplomats are diplomats at all times. Your integrity, what you say to people, must be respected because you represent a country and a people. So you now bear the responsibility of shaping Liberia's character in the eyes of the world. Go forward with courage, with wisdom, and with a deep, abiding love for this country. Story of a father who was supposed to get a Christmas gift for his children. He asked them, what do you want for Christmas? And the children said, well, a puppy. And he said, okay. He went to the pet store and he asked for a puppy. And of course they brought him a puppy, sat on the counter, and he took the cage the puppy was in and placed it down to pay. And as you always know, there are some mischievous people. So one of them came and took the puppy out and put a cat in there. And of course he didn't, after payment, so excited, took the cage, put it in a car. He went to the house. He didn't take the puppy out. And the children came, Daddy, where's our puppy? It says in the car. And of course they went to the car. They went and looked, lo and behold, it was a cat. He said, Daddy, it's not a puppy, it's a cat. He said, you think I'm stupid? I bought a puppy and I myself put it in a car. And they invited him to the car. He went, opened the car. It was a cat. Got angry, went back to the pet store, put the cage down to make his case. And the people said, we are not stupid. We sold you a puppy. And by that time, this mischievous person had come again, taking the cat out and put a puppy. And when he took the cage and placed it on the counter, and the people said, we told you. It was a puppy. And he looked at the puppy and said, you want to be a puppy? Be a puppy. You want to be a cat? Be a cat. You cannot be a cat one day. Diplomats are diplomats at all times. Your integrity, what you say to people, must be respected because you represent a country and a people. So you now bear the responsibility of shaping Liberia's character in the eyes of the world. Go forward with courage, with wisdom, and with a deep, abiding love for this country. Story of a father who was supposed to get a Christmas gift for his children. he asked them, what do you want for Christmas? And the children said, well, a puppy. And he said, okay. He went to the pet store and he asked for a puppy. And of course they brought him a puppy, sat on the counter, and he took the cage the puppy was in and placed it down to pay. And as you always know, there are some mischievous people. So one of them came and took the puppy out and put a cat in there. And of course he didn't have to pay, man. So excited. Took the cage, put it in a car. He went to the house. He didn't take the puppy out. And the children came, Daddy, where's our puppy? It says in the car. And of course they went to the car. They went and looked, lo and behold, it was a cat. He said, Daddy, it's not a puppy, it's a cat. He said, you think I'm stupid? I bought a puppy and I myself put it in a car. And I invited him to the car. He went, opened the car. It was a cat. Got angry, went back to the pet store, put the cage down to make his case. And the people say, we are not stupid. We saw you a puppy.
And it's a pleasant welcome today, the heat on your radio. Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon. And we say a pleasant welcome to all of our folks out there following us live our outlet, YouTube or Facebook on Radio 91.9 across the world. And our online radio, we say welcome. Today is 11132025. Today is the 13th day of the 11th month of the year, and the year still stands at 2025. On today, 2025, November 13, Liberia daily media reported on the government warning against the dangerous practice of digging sand from under fences, while other news outlets reported in the broader context of the history and politics. In a separate research revealed that significant progress on Eli Johnson's Salif as he announced the lifting of the state of emergency on this day in 2014 due to a decline into the Ebola outbreak in the country. Liberia was on the brink in September, that is November 13, 1999, on the Second Civil War, which had begun earlier that year. The conflict was triggered by the rebel divisions from Guinea by the group Liberia United for Reconciliation and Democracy alert against the government of President Charles Taylor. While specific on the particular process documented several issues characterized by the increasing instability and escalating conflict in the country. By November 1999, the country was already seeing the early stages of the new civil war, conflict that will rage until 2003. November 13, 2025 is today. Today, history is a regular feature on our programs that will bring you happenings in the history. On today, St. Augustine, a Christian bishop and a theologian, born today on the 13th in 354 into the Numidia. He died at the age of 75 in August 28, 430 CE. Terrorist attacks into Paris. On today in 2015, terrorists staged a coordinated attacks in Paris and its environs, and the delegates occurring at the Batachin Theater and the concert hall. In all, at least 130 persons were killed and more than 350 were wounded on today in 2015. Today, on 2001, on the heels of the United States-led invasion of Afghanistan, prompted by the Delhi terrorist attack on September 11, the army of the anti-Taliban Natl alliance captured the capital city of Kabul on today, 2001. Today, 1995, on the 13th of November, Mount Ruats in the Cordillera Central of the Andes in the west central Colombia erupted twice, burying the town of Amaro on the Liguala River, killing an estimated 250,000 people today. 5 years before that, Mountain Scorsese, reaching Boo, Bopic about the boxer Jake LaMotta, had its world premiere and became an American classic, especially known for his Oscar-winning performance of the Robert De Niro in 1980 today. Today, November 13, 1940, an animated film, Fantasia, had its first public screening, and it became one of Disney's more controversial work, derided for its potentiousness and praised for its stunning visual virtuousness. On today, 1918, 13th of November, the Egyptian patriot Saad Zalud formed an Awaf al-Masri, it's in Arabic, the Egyptian delegations, the nationalist political party that was instrumental in gaining Egyptians' independence from Great Britain. World War I, a costly 4 months ally offensive against Germany, positioned along the Subi River, ended on today in 1916. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, a pleasant welcome to all of our folks joining us on today. You are also encouraged to play *799 *11# while the program is on. You can win for yourself money. Mobile money users, just dial *799 *11# and you have yourself to win. And it will be a good one. 100 Liberian dollars to play, or 70 cents US, and you'll just be walking away with 4,000 Liberian dollars. Imagine if you put 3 tickets, 100, 100, that's $300, and you win 4,000. See the difference. Therefore, you won today. Let me say welcome. Several big news in Liberia. We will talk about that on today. Remember the asset recovery and retrieval team just recently placed on several indictment on several persons. But there is something that has happened. The Supreme Court has placed a halt. And you know Liberia, we'll talk about this. You know Liberia, the tendency for these things happening, you know Liberia is a justice delayed, justice denied. And we were waiting to see. But this is what we are Liberians. Mr. Welcome today. And on top of that, on my menu, the Liberian Senate have said, especially the election of Senator Abraham Downs, Dillon and all the folks, they have said that why the communication was being put for actions by the Vice President, President of the Liberian Senate, they said that they should go to community right here, which means finance those responsible. But they are saying that this budget hearing should not be inclusive. What do I mean? It should not be the both leadership, that is from the House of Representatives and the House of Senate to come together. Mind you, there's similarity into communities. There are different heads, membership there, and these people come together. But they are saying, let the House of Representatives discuss their own different, and let the Senate discuss their own separately, and they come up with a conclusion. I'm seeing something here that Liberians have not seen. Some of you rather that have not seen. If you check carefully, and mindfully, what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing a lot different in the protein budget. What do I mean? In terms of reduction, yes, I'm seeing something like that. And I'm seeing also increment in the Speaker's budget. Mind you, what I'm seeing here, the protein comes from the House of Senate. The Speaker comes from the House of Representatives. The Deputy Speaker comes from the House of Representatives. But I'm seeing a difference here. In the budget, I'm seeing decline in the protein budget. Let me make this clear. And I'm seeing increment in the Speaker's budget. The regime Speaker, what's happening? And we'll go to some nitty-gritty, some specific into the budget to see. And my point is, what are your lawmakers will do you due diligence? Because some of them have always started speaking out. It's better to speak in a house where you are than get authority and go speak in the wilderness, where there will be no voice heard. The Senate, some of the members of the representatives are also trying to say the budget is not realistic. I listen to Jason Sibo, I listen to the Seven Nima County, Musa Assembility, I listen to several folks with that one analysis on it. But they're not speaking in the house, they're speaking outside where they have the authority. but the budget is presented to them so that they can have their own impact on the budget. And the where possibility is for shifting on it, but they are speaking out. Now the senators have said, I'm watching this thing like brothers, watch up. The senators have said, please let this constitute separately. Is it a game they are playing, or is it a means to put the representatives in a hole and set themselves apart? Because I'm seeing that they will bring, they are set to bring out something very different that the House of Representatives will be looking at. Because they are heads. Mind you, like I said earlier on, in the entire budget, about 16 million plus have been apportioned to the House of Representatives. 31 million to the House of 16 million rather to the House of Senate. Get me right. 16 million plus to the House of Senate. 31 million plus to the House of Representatives. You see the disparity. No, someone will tell me that the numbers are not equal. Right, I agree with you. But this is where we are. Then you look at the reported budget, you see difference. If you look at the speaker budget, you see increment. Tell the speaker, you see something. We'll look at that this afternoon. It's important. But first, we'll look at this issue coming from the Supreme Court. What is the Supreme Court trying to say here? Why is not the case that's in the lower court, but the folks are going to the higher court, and the higher court now saying, hey, put a halt to this matter. The corruption case against the people, put a halt to it. What is going on? What is happening? What is happening? Because, mind you, there are several high-profile cases in this country that we see that by the time you see shifting from the lower court to the higher court, you see that either will have a perpetual ending, or will be there after and the shitty ending of it, and like people will say, oh, how the country looking. And then we all are still decrying the confidence built up into the house that is into legislature, or not the legislature rather, the judiciary. The confidence built up in the judiciary has always been an issue. Like people will tell you, like today, you see red light, helter scatter. Why should, and I see another folks being arrested. Some of them, if you ask them now, they don't even know the nitty-gritty of the entire problem. But when they saw something, they joined alcoholics, they started chunking stones. They started being petrol bombs and all issues. Whereas there are specific issues that were pointed to, or there were individuals who had a case at the court, and there were court actions taken on them. But all of them just jump inside. These are several issues we'll talk about on today. But let me say something here. Let me take a break.
Mischievous person has come again, taking the cat out and put a puppy. And when he took the cage and placed it on the counter, and the people said, we told you.
You know, there's a tactic, and I'm saying that I'm going to take this matter very serious. And I'm going to run an official complaint to the Lone Star Mobile Money or Lone Star Network. You know, and what is most surprising to me is that, or that is making me disdain my spirit, is that it's a lady. A woman just called me, just about a few minutes. And they said, hello, I said, yes. They said, oh, baby, man, we're sending money to the hospital, but we're sending it to you. I said, but I'm not receiving a message. Said I've been here. I'm on the radio. But when I told her on the radio, on the show, she just caught a call. Later on, I started sending me a text. Now they're telling me that my number is blacklisted. They didn't want to tell me. Now they'll start telling me. And I had to do. I did a search. I will call this number. I did a search, and this number is having a male name on it. You know, more often you see poor victims with this kind of issues. They will call you and say, oh, I'm mistakenly send money to you. Please send money back. If you don't check right, if you hide it in your phone, if you don't get it right, you say. If you have money in your phone and you get automatically say, listen, they put money back, we gotta see this thing. Then you say, I'm going to send money to them, and it's done. By the time you go low, they can't call your number, no longer exists. You will call the dark, you don't come, you won't get it again. And let me tell you something. We are not nervous to mobile money or MTN or the GSM company using whatever money all that they're using here. The money, the message that comes for using the mobile money doesn't come in an ordinary full message. It comes in mobile money message. Mobile money message come out to you. But I'm seeing them sending me a message here. And I'll check and see a name on this number called Samuel Davis. Samuel Davis. I'm going to call this number. 0881 520-202. 0881-520-202. What you are doing, you are on the wrong path and the wrong person. You never send me money in my phone. You never send me money. Calling me and telling me that you sending money to the hospital. That my number you send to, you send money to my number and you ask me to send money back. That's a lie. If I receive that money, I will be very much kind. Especially when I talk about hospital business and send it back to you. But you will not can do that to me and say, I send you money in your phone and send money back. I don't even have money in my phone of that kind. You never even send me money. Don't do that. Someone, David and the lady calling me, or that called me earlier on, a few minutes ago, please stop that thing. You are on the wrong path and you will not survive it. Please. I'm taking that number to Lone Star officially and launch this complaint. Say you telling me my number is blacklisted, your number will be blacklisted, and you will not use that number again. I just hold it right there. Let me say thank you and welcome for joining me today. You know, they have done it to several persons, and they have survived, but they're on the wrong path. Don't call my number again. The asset recovery team, let's get a business. The asset recovery team sent an indictment out, and several persons were held. And the criminal could see Judge Usman Fiaka and Eric Clemente, chairperson of the Asset Recovery and Property Retrieval Task Force, they came up with their findings, and several persons were. Now, what we're seeing now is that the Supreme Court, by directive, her own Chief Etta Wolokoli, Associate Justice presiding in chamber, have cited a conference on the 2nd of December at about 3 p.m. And they have said to Criminal Court C, Judge Usman Fiaka, to put a halt, that appear before on the 2nd, but this case should be a halt. Remember, several persons were on the stage. You know about this entire raid or indictment. Indictment was filed by the grand jury of Muscle County that accused the folks of money laundering, theft of property, misuse of public trust, criminal conspiracy, forgery, criminal facilitation. And those names involved, I'm going to call the names. Those names involved were the likes of Fendabono, Jala, the daughter of Fenda, Blamo, Emmanuel Colley, Jimmy Emmanuel Flomo, Anthony Setu, Philip To, Praise Fairley, Edwin Kai, George Sawyer, Susanna Nole, Catherine Satya, Boy Y, Getu Day, Jatu Tamba, Comfort Say. Additional defendants were Thelma Fanta, Kroma, Socrates Wea, Kokolu, S. Godfrey Molba, Johnson Sumo, Reverend Fallow, Fala, Mohammed Twari, Sophia Petor, and others were described in the code rate. And you listen to the charges leveled against them. And the court's an instruction that they say you are hereby commanded to arrest the living body of the above names of the named defendants in the above entitled cause of action, charged with the commission of above mentioned crimes based on the indictment prepared against them by the duly selected appellee and sworn grand jury to inquire in and for the people of Muscle County, Republic of Liberia, and to immediately bring them before the Honorable Court sitting in its August term, AD 2025, to answer to the said charges. This is what happened on that fateful day. And Liberia woke up and saw that issue. But Liberia again are hearing that this is happening. What is going on? What is happening? Remember the letter of Thelma Duncan Sawyer was among those faced with multiple charges, including the money laundering, theft of property, and misuse of public funds. And they were arrested, detained, and molested in a prison, and from report getting or second incarceration in connection with the case. And they stay accused of misappropriating rights donated by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for the disaster victims. And remember, in August, former Deputy Minister Thelma Duncan Sawyer was indicted along with the likes of former Minister of Foreign Affairs Dimaswa Kimia, former Internal Affairs Minister Vani Salif, former National Disaster Management Agency head Henry O. Williams. They were all among those in this matter here. Now we are hearing this. What is good? Liberia is going to inform you as to what is happening. Now they have to appear. I'm talking about the likes of George Usman Fiaka and the likes of Edwin Clamati before the court. But mind you, this was a case that was before the criminal court city. But now, intervention from the Supreme Court is coming. We are hearing now that with the intervention of the Supreme Court has approved a property valuable bond for 13 of the defendants that was involved on November 12th. The former filed by law representing the accused. Remember the major names, Vinabono, and it was backed by the land deed submitted as surety. The bond was prepared by the likes of Councillor Doden Yelu, Garrison Doden Yelu, Faya Falambo, and Tina Falambo. And they have now said a bond on this process. What is going on, Liberia? We are following the matter of this case. You know, go are the days where people will be accused and it just die as it is. Liberians want to know whether these accusations can be true. Whether these people that other government institutions will come away and allege other two or others reports or some sort of investigations, other ad hoc team set up, a task force team set up, and accusations are leveled against people. Whether this is not true, because Liberians want to know, because the character of these people matters more. What are the deadest act? What are the people that have been named that they were involved in this thing here? Whether they committed the act, we won't know. Because at the end of the day, these things are border on the Liberian border resources. Especially where Liberians are hearing diversions, misappropriations, forgery, clandestine activities that involve their money shifted from one end to another, and you see folks being who have a mass work for themselves based upon their interactions or given the privilege to serve in the government, that the very people that want to serve never benefited from these things, but it was individual benefit. Liberians will want to know whether these things are true. And if it is true, Liberians want to get a fair share of the entire process, so that a message can be sent out as a deterrent to others that these things should not persist or exist in our society. So Liberians are carefully watching this matter. They are watching all of those names in this process. It not just ended on the 7th, or it not just ended on the 12th, where people were arraigned or indictment was made, and all these things can just be the end. Because with the inception of this government, there are several persons of allegations that up to today's date, Liberians don't even know the end of it. There are several persons, some suspended, some dismissed, some resigned, allegations upon, and these allegations centered around money that involve the Liberian people. Should it just remain as it is? Should Liberian people just say, let them go? Should there be a case precedent set up for them? Liberians want to know. So we are following carefully the outcome of this meeting by the justice in chamber, Chief Natl, who has said this case hurried on their intervention. The 13 defendant, the ball, secure, we say yes, and the task force head, along with the criminal proceed Judge Usman Fiaka, that is Edwin Clamartin, they have been cited to appear for a conference scheduled for the 2nd of December. Like people want to know the bottom of these things. Because gone are the days. We hear reports, so we hear reports. We hear allegations. And it just remains as it is. Like people want to get to the bottom of this matter to know exactly. Because the indictment issued by the court and the written arrest for the letter Fida Bono, Anita, Pamela Jara, Francis T. Blamo, all these people with gracious right and property issues and all that Liberian want to do, and all of them are even linked with transfer of money from year, and bank accounts. Because when you read the reports, the asset recovery detailed reports. They gave happiness, they gave time, they gave money transfer, they gave banks, withdrawal, all these things. They gave all of these things. So we want to know exactly where it is. But this is why we are Liberians. The Supreme Court, Her Honor, Chief locally, Social Justice presiding in Chamber, has cited a conference with these people on the 2nd on Tuesday at the hour of 3 p.m. in connection with the above case, the cases involving former Deputy Minister Tema Sawyer, Fenda Bono, and the likes of the folks there, and the gracious right, land, and property issues, and all the allegations and indictment that was made there by them. Liberians are all ears, we won't know. Liberians are hoping that this matter will be adjudicated in time, expeditiously, concomitantly, that we don't see perpetual issues that will lead to cases of oblivion, that we don't have any settlement, that we will go to 2027, 2029, it will still talk about the case again. It has happened before in this country. Mind you, some of the recommendations that have been made, remember the last time we heard the folks there from the John Yuboti angle where we added some of the statements, the inflictions, some misinformation were given by the asset recovery team, and recommendations to government to terminate contract with them, because they were saying that if you are having these people there, in case government having kids, government still get contract with them. And you know when you get contract with the people, you have to pay them. You say, pay my hall, you have to pay the man. Beneficial, you have to pay the man. Do this. You have to get money to do the work. They were saying these monies could be used. Why you tell them, man, say they don't have money here, their cement money, their time money, you get them in bulk. You will use that same money to go to court with why you having it in court. So they were saying that these were some of the recommendations made to them. So some of them are even saying the government positions, they're taking pay, they're doing this, and other cases of issue where allegations have been leveled against them. So Liberians want to get to the bottom of this matter here. This is where we are, Liberia, onto this issue right now. The Supreme Court, Justice in the Chamber, Chief Natl, has placed a halt from the court and say, yeah, we're going to look in this matter. Let me say welcome to all of you, and thanks to all of you. And, you know, the president, so much instrumental, has acknowledged receipt on the buses from NTA. It's up. But I'm going to take you to this matter. Though we're hearing that the budget, the MCC scorecard is talking about government issues their lapses. They talk about lapses, they talk about improvement, and the budget talking about delivering jobs and better healthcare services. But I'm going to take a break here. When I come back, we will take you to this budget issue. The senators are saying we won't talk about our budget separately, and we won't talk about it differently with other people. We don't want to be together. Good afternoon.
It was a puppy. And he look at the puppy and say, you want to be a puppy? Be a puppy. You want to be a cat? Be a cat. You cannot be a cat one day. Diplomats are diplomats at all times. Your integrity, what you say to people.
full estimate. Gentlemen, I will change that formula. Thank you.
Welcome, sir. Today you had this, official law of civilian arms registration exercise in Bangla. You want to tell us what triggered this? What's the importance of this?
Well, we are doing this as part of our mandate as the National Commission on Arms. We in effect executing the executive order that the President passed issued in February of this year. It states that all those civilians in possession of firearms that are not registered should register them within the time frame given by the executive order in a year's time. So that is the reason why we thought it wise to begin the process of registering firearms in the hands of civilians who do not have the right to carry firearms.
About the NRL issue. And you know, while we are having a conversation, and then saw a singlet, and the ambassador went out. And when he came, they told me that I asked him, sir, Mr. Andrew Peters of the NRL came to our compound this morning, and he was saying, you invited, we're having a press conference. That's what I heard. We're having a press conference at the NRL office. And I was wondering, if you're having a press, is it the last time we're having our government with our officials there in government? If you're having a press conference, have you informed asked other media outlets whether they're aware of a press conference that will be held at the NRL? They said no, they're not aware. And I told my colleague, I said, but you should have mentioned, he said, I'll be there. Just to know that some of the allegations surrounding issues, they are not currently in NRL. And sometimes, you know, it's good for us. You know, somebody can say, hey, nothing about that will give people to know. Yeah, they're good at that. We done a party from fun there. To be everywhere. You want to be everywhere every time. Everybody know you. You want your poster board. All of the social media handle will carry a picture. All they know, we don't like that. And that's how we are able to survive so many governments. Because we're not cheap for chicken change. We're not for that. And we don't run around grasshoppers. I'm hearing now that they're not currently in NRL. The news we're hearing, I mean, just already I'll keep it. But you know, he invited the ambassador and pretended that he didn't know the ambassador and saying that I told you, they may have the man informed, even our news department hasn't informed other media institutions that having press conference. Because press conference from any institution around here, one man show that I told you why everybody will be there. A statement I put for Liberian people. And you know, they tell us about Liberian, these officials in the government, they always wait, the day you get information about the institution, that they get taught, that they want to react. So when they're saying that, no, you know, what I want to call Bowaza, what a beer name? The under club here. They got one funny thing to bring him from China. Now see Team Tower, that's what I need with it. That one they lay down. They want got a rubber handle. Ash? Yes, she. That's what they're drinking. They will sit back, drink no things in our offices, in our lobby, everywhere having, they will relax. But by the time they hear the media poking one issue from them, I think they won't respond. They lack a tactical attitude of informing Liberian citizens. And this is the reason why so many government will go down. And this government is pricing that thing. Plenty of government officials don't inform the citizens about activities. They don't inform the citizens about activities. Have you ever heard or when did you hear anything about NRL? When? Since there was an issue from the president, they were given 90 days. Since before that, they were running all around, going Ghana, going this place, settling issues there. All of it. Where are today? They even brought biometric until they say, oh, we safe, everything to them. Nobody hear anything. But by the time they hear something about that, and we have to watch our society. If you don't do your work, we'll do it for you. And we have put up, even the NRL, we have given information about this people in the public. information useful for them. But the only wait. The only way I don't hear any, that's what they want to. And it's wrong, it's bad. It's bad. Nobody said my brother to me. Don't forget of me. If you have somebody you can call and say, can't replay, you call me somebody. I won't do it. I won't. It happened the last time with another institution. They came here and said they got a court issue for me, they got a court case. And they hate people to say the truth. When I say the truth about them, they hate it. And we will not come as a video without saying truth about truth. Anything I say, I back my document. So you want Kevin to court, hold a court. And you know that the thing I'm talking will be true, that time you know will help you more because when you know, I know it. The other institution went, put out a report that went before that Kwabo, the director of cabinet. Then he asking me how I'm going to get a report. You put public document outside, then how I'm going to get a report. That report I still keep in there, and I got an original copy. By the time you remember that case, I still got it, and I will put it with how I'm going to get it and why I got it. Because there are a lot of hidden things in this country. Let me go to the budget. You know, they said it, and there are some issues being watched up here. Number one, I'm going to go to specific issues here. If you look at the budget, right, we talk about over 70 million. And this is where I told some lawmakers to shut up outside, let them go inside there and speak out loudly and vote and act. They should not come outside and talk to the people because when you come outside, that campaign money that public sector is looking for, the place will work there, that you know, when you finish working in the house, then you come outside and you tell the people. But they got to say, well, they will not inform you, they will go there, take action, they will not inform you, then they come. Oh my God. How many times have the lawmakers even say, I voted for this bill, I voted for this enactment, I was part of this process? How many times have they told you? But because when they look for public sentiment, they come outside and talk to you. Shut up, go inside the place and go do your work. When you do it, then you can tell us. Or when you do it, we'll hear it. More than 7 million. Imagine, we're talking about 2025, they were around 40, 41. Now we're hearing 51.7 million. Now the public are now having issues with it. Some of them coming outside to talk. Look at the deputy speaker budget. Look at the speaker budget. Why are we talking about infrastructure? Why are we talking about health, education? That are underfunded. Let me tell you the secret I told you about here. And if the lawmaker don't see it, we'll hold it. In 2025, 1,224,126 $96 was in a budget just for the pro tem Yomli Kana Lawrence, one human being office in this country, in a poor country, where people can go to bed. I call it mukbang, dry chicken, rotten meat that they can eat. One person office. What we're doing everything for 1,224,126 2025. Let me tell you the secret now. Let's see what I'm observing. I'm observing that in 2026 budget, it dropped to how much? 926,245. Why? The lawmakers are not asking questions. Some Liberians who are politically motivated in their conversations are not asking questions. Whether it's a calculated plan against to show them that they are the elders and show that they have originated in that thinking. Let me go further. Richard Daniel Kuhn took $1,505,553 in 2025. They did a main speaker. What they say it was speaker, you know, that was super battle. They were saying Chinese speaker, two speaker, one horse, all that kind of thing was all and things like that. They say reportedly he literally the people can say he broke it down. He ready to that place. Put marble, real marble tap, change hero. And that's what dancing was dancing. He started changing horses pockets by pockets, making it look like an honorable house. One mayor office. He's doing all that thing. He forgot to know that he's a representative of a district. 1,505,553. Let me tell you what happened. Instead of the budget dropping, is going up to 1,848,000. Richard Coon. Deputy Speaker Thomas Fowler, 1,285,817 last year. The people complaining that the president don't have vision for the country. The people complaining they don't get out of share. They ain't talking. 1,285,817 last year. This year, 2026, 1,415,882. Instead of coming down, they go up. You listen, all? You hear this? The Senate alone, 16,440,876 just for 30 persons. Imagine that. Imagine that. If you share the money here, just know that there will be $500,000 each or more. Imagine that. In just 1 year, the country will suffer for. The country that people are dying. You listen to what's happening to the male wife activities in some counties. Birth rate. Women are going to give birth dying. Because why? No medication. The representative, 73 persons, they take it 31,046,749. It bring our money to 51,710,290. Why would they can't put big like this in this country? And just imagine we're going 1, 2 years, 3 years coming in. End of 2027, buy a new car. All of them. The car was bought for them. We want to buy a car for them. And you saw this time, there was no vehicle for them. Someone else riding, kicking someone riding motorbike. They were pretending to they get money, government not getting a car. They were riding keke around here. Someone else riding cycle around here. What kind of man be working for 5, 6, 7, 8,000 dollars can buy a car for himself? We all immediately give it to them. Imagine that. Then look at infrastructure. How they will build a country. How will build a country? If you check carefully what's going on, the entire budget is just for eating. It says the men with family working, yeah, they paying, but if vote for one move on there, to even pay rate got a credit. You just work for nothing. You see that? You see? The draft budget, domestic revenue account for 1,013,000. 1,013,000. That's 94%. External revenues represent 72 million. That's 6%. Why we go like this? They don't have a projection. Tax revenue 726,097 million. Non-tax revenue 83.92 million. We see ArcelorMittal, it said we got 28 million. We see contingency revenue, we say 28 million. So we just living on hope or crop. Then you will see bulk of this budget will go to jet expenditure, buying toiletry, buying chloride, tar soap for the ministry agency, tar soap, car oil, face, the fan, the air condition, host meeting for the ministers and directors, salaries. Their budget are increasing. 7 paying. The last of the president said by law we should not be paying somebody 7 below 150. You know that people are still working this time below 150 per month. Then the people who got there, they should eat all. They don't care about the people. Where are we? Where are we? Now, if you see this thing, and this is going to happen, I'm going to say this, I'm not a prophet, I'm not coming to be one. You will see that if the Senate go do that on a budget differently, in the House of Representatives do that on a budget differently, you will see that the two budgets will be different. The Senate will cut and send to relevant areas. But the House of Representatives, you know what will happen there. You know exactly. Look at, Muscle rather send the funding of this country. University have never been to all part of Muscle camp, to what some of the other parts of Liberia. Though the Finance Minister has said, let's put money there in the fiscal budget, additional 50 million going to the city. you know that it requires a lot of issues. Power generation, extending the national grid, install a smart metering system to reduce losses and ensure efficiency of process upon. And you know the government already set up the dry energy, the solar energy, so that dry season, when the hydro cannot have enough water to pump electricity, you know, normally do power sharing. They say you go 8 hours, 8 hours off, 8 hours on, 2 hours off, 2 hours on, and all that. And the heat killing people in this country. So they say, but the same days of happening, the dry energy, the solar energy will be bringing up current that will complement the power loss in our area. We say that's good. But our leaders concerned about us. Our leaders concerned. Look at the I heard that the report for disaster management. I was saying, why would this not happen? Why would people not hold disaster management? Because how much is the disaster management budget? How much? How much? Group of 72nd, how much is their budget? For them to support our visually impaired people, how much is their budget? When they roll out some chicken change, they feel that all the visually impaired people in this country will get help. All the physically challenged people will get help. Whereas no. And I said this. Liberia is still practicing modern day slavery. Liberia is still practicing modern day slavery. Are you aware that people are still being carrying hammer? You want to go hammer? You know what's happening? You know that? You know that? Are you aware that people are dying from illnesses in this country that they are not dying from? What makes you a nation? Are you aware? Are you aware that children say wearing tear ball trousers in this country? People say even on the dump site in this modern Asian time, this small country. Are you aware that there are schools? There are everywhere there are no schools. There are still ministry structures. I heard a minister of education talking about that the volunteer teachers, the reason why they post them on period, they're not qualified. Hell no. So when you are depending on unqualified people to make sure education go to places and you are counting them, that they talk about paying them, you say they qualify. Why not train them? Why not train them? The man has already sacrificed. You depend on his expertise. That today, instead of you saying, my man, you have sacrificed for this country, what we'll do, we will amend you, we will grade up your education. We will put you on a fast-track process and make sure that tomorrow, even we'll start your K2 or be a second teacher for the children, you will make it. We'll put you somewhere after that. But you say, no, they ain't qualified, so you come and drop them? Where will we go with this country? Where are the monies? Eh? Are we taking it right? And there are so many things to look up to. And the president can't do all alone. And what I'm beginning to see now is that the people who are with the president can't lie. They are lying to the president. They are lying to this president. They are lying to him. Are you aware that the same thing that post something to in the private today is happening in this government? NSA, travel now, inflation of figures going out, and the president will not be able to check everything. All you know them will bring a clothes away. You're gonna throw away. You go into Paris, it's all being blue. You go into America, it's all being in red tie. Go all the place. That's all you know. He got the money because he's thinking about how he's gonna address the people. They bring budget to him. So what they're doing now, they're inflating their own budget. They're lying to the old man. You see where we are? Why we are seeing things going down? Because we're talking about the liberalization policy, substandard material. Let me tell you something. In the next 30 to 50 years, there will be houses in the country that will collapse. There will be houses. Because for money, we're building houses. Substandard materials. Houses in this country. We should not even dare now to say we're putting skyscraper down. They will fall down one day. Because the materials we are using on them will not uphold them in this country. Because everybody just wants to see good what's happening. But they don't want to show quality control. They don't want that. Because all the ministers then, they want wrong with the president's vision. They want lie to him and say it's working. And he's not saying this will work right away, but they are saying it can happen now. They where the line coming from. They where the line coming from. But there are bulk of our children. Today, schools are in section. There are thousands of young people who are not in school today. Where are we going? Are we thinking about them? Are we thinking? Our lawmakers waiting now to put up activities in the budget that will reflect them? The president has already done his. He has done his. He said, this is what I see. And now he has sent it to the House of Representatives that also have the responsibility to the people. The check and balance. To make sure that there should not be a loophole with the people. Let's reduce and send to areas. You think we want to move for that won't build road waiting for China to build road for us? We can't look at our budget and build road. We want to build how? We want to build a school. We're looking for aid. The funny thing is, we spend more money on travels to beg for money to do development. Whereas we're begging for the money, we're spending money. You see? But this money can be in the budget. We say, hey, we're not going nowhere. Other countries are doing it. Let's look at our resources. Let's build 10 schools. Look in the cover there. Let's build 10 schools. We ain't begging nobody. We're begging too much. We are begging too much. It's just that these people that are coming to us, they are somehow good. But that's not okay. They're going to get killed on the side. They can kill us. But we're begging too much. We're begging too much. And our leaders are here living in luxury. Let me tell you, there are people in this town. They got money in their houses. Only because they don't want you to benefit from it. Because you won't find out, they don't go to the bank, they go in the house, they take it and get it and say, yeah, they told the man, I will sacrifice for the man, I will do anything for him. Whereas that money should have been in the bank, that will incur profit, that government can use it to help other people and pay his money back. But they know the secret, they say no. While in the budget that's so good for you, they turn it to themselves. Yeah, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now, this is where we are. The budget is before the house. Let me say welcome. Thank you. And some of you who sometimes you just say this is, it's good to sit down and think. You just think is ruling party one. Is the president one. Where are the oppositions in the house? Are you aware that there are people in the house? I can identify more than 5 of them. They won't be president too? You think they will do good for you? Or they're waiting for that time to come? They're waiting. Some of them are running campaign now. Instead of them thinking about their district, instead of them thinking about their towns and villages, they are running campaign. If all these lawmakers will think about that district, to develop that district, we're not going to move somewhere. We'll move somewhere. But they leave that responsibility and go to something else, and it means that they won't do more for you. Who told you? They won't get you do it. The one you are called to do it. If you can do the perfection, the people say, once you can do the small one, you can do the big one. But you're not going to manage the small one. Then you say, you want to do big one. Where are you coming from? Which planet? Where are you? It's before then. This thing we are saying today, we will come back to say this thing. We'll take a break and travel outside Liberia. When I come back, we'll go to the lines and you will have your say on the matter we are having here today. This is where we are. The budget. I hear a lot of folks, the budget is unrealistic. The budget, I hear a lot of men say that whatever eating show. The Liberian people elected you with a power. Then you come outside and tell them this. Eh? You say your son to school. He said he go to school, he woke up all in the community. Then when he reaches with a friend and he say the teacher the student can spar, the teacher they can come up grades. What you have? Even the note that they took today, you get it? Let me sincere here. Let's practice what we preach. Let our leaders be responsible for their actions. If a lawmaker can serve, a representative can serve his district and do it 60 to 70, 80%, it can tell you that he can do it for the country. But he can't even do it in his district. 2, 3%, 10%, you can do it. Then you run it all around. A lot of them are starting a campaign. And they will tell you that this budget is unrealistic. But it's time now that they make a budget realistic because the budget is before them. Let them cut their budget down. Let them cut their executive budget down. Let them cut monies that go into areas that are useless and send it to areas that will be useful to this country. Let them do it for you. If they can't do it, they do themselves. They are unrealistic. Let's take this break. Good afternoon and welcome.
In Monrovia, we have registered a number of people who have side weapon, for people in special need. That category, we have registered quite a number of them, and we are still in the process of doing that. But we wanted to move further, because besides the side weapon, the predominant people who hold firearms are hunters in the country.
You mean the traditional hunters?
Traditional hunter, yeah.
Okay.
Provision is made for them to have a single barrel gun. They have been in for time immemorial when I was a kid, so we're using it. But we want to make sure that those who are carrying those firearms have them registered. So that we have a database. Tomorrow, if somebody steals John Brown single barrel gun and go cause havoc somewhere, the gun is caught, it can be traced to John Brown, and then John Brown will have to answer some questions.
Okay.
Well, was he careless about the gun? Because the gun should be well protected. But when it falls into the hand of the wrong person, it becomes a problem for society.
How long will the process last here in Central Liberia?
Well, we have a little over a week to be here. It's a pilot project.
Okay.
We are not going to cover the whole county in the short period of time. We want to see how the turnout will be like, the enthusiasm shown, then we will come back. Because it's a nationwide exercise, but we just thought to begin in Bond County.
I mean, is it that you're going to be reaching out to the different communities, or how is it that you're going to be stationed somewhere?
Well, it will be dependent on the commissioner who know their people, and
you're dealing with local, officials.
Yes, to bring their people, the hunters together.
Okay.
All right, we are not expecting that they will come to Banga.
Okay.
If, for instance, a particular commissioner told us that, you'll come to Totota, people from Sanoge and the surrounding town around that side will come to Totota, then our team will move there. The team is mobile; they can go there and register, those hunters, so that it will cost them extra money to come all the way to Banga.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, one important question: how the lack of farmers not being registered or hunters not being registered, what has been the effect it has brought to the country? You want to tell us some of the impact that has caused?
Well, we have been, just as I said, we have cases where people take other people's arms and go cause problems with it. But firstly, we want to, by registering the arms, those guns, we have a database, we have statistics.
Of the program here today, we will travel to Sudan, where South Sudan President sacked Vice President and potential successor upon, and we'll follow where Mali Foreign Minister dismisses fear of jihadists take over, and we'll travel to other parts of Africa. Tanzania's President Samia Suluhu Hassan nominates former Finance Minister Nachimba as the next Prime Minister of the country. We'll travel to this country to bring you information up to date. Further, let's travel towards South Sudan on this afternoon. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Right into South Sudan. South Sudan's President Salva Kiir sacked one of the 5 vice presidents in the series of firing that comes may escalating internal conflict. Benjamin Ball Mel was appointed in February and has been widely rumored to be Kiir's preferred successor. The powerful vice president was also stripped of his position as deputy leader of the ruling Sudan People's Liberation Movement SPLM party and was demoted from general to private in the National Security Service. No reason was given for his sacking and no successor has been named upon. Bo Mel have been under the United States sanction for alleged corruption since 2017, and the recent United Nations report accused companies affiliated with him of receiving $1.7 billion United States dollars for road construction work that was never done. He has never directly responded to corruption accusations made against him. President Salva Kiir also fired to the governor of the central bank and head of the revenue authority, both seen as close to Bo Mel. The latest changes in the upper ranks of South Sudan's government, come at a time when questions are being asked about Kiir's succession amid fear of return to civil war. More on that, you go there and check it out to get a full detail come out to you as you travel to Mali, where Foreign Minister dismisses fear of jihadists take over. And on today, Mali's Foreign Minister Abdoulaye Diop has rejected claims that Islamist militants are close to seizing the capital Bamako, calling such fears far-fetched. Speaking at the BAMEX 25 Defense Expo on Wednesday, Diop said the government has largely contained the effects of a 4 blockade announced in September by the Al-Qaeda-linked group, the Jamaat Nasrat al-Islam, while Muslim, the JNIM, the blockade caused long queues of petrol stations and temporary school closure. We are far from the scenario being described outside our country, saying that the terrorists are here or coming to take Bamako, unquote. His comments comes as several Western nations, including the United States, France, Britain, and Italy, urge their citizens to leave Mali and growing security concerns. The African Union have also called for an international response to the crisis. Diop criticized those warning as extravagant and said that Mali remains safe and open to foreigners. He added that relations with the United States are improving, with both countries engaged in dialogue on security and economic issues. More on that, you go there and check it out. Finally, before we go home today, Tanzania's President Samia Suluhu Hassan nominates former Finance Minister Nachemba as next Prime Minister. Former Finance Minister Nwagulu Nachemba is set to become Tanzania's new Prime Minister after being nominated by the President Samia Suluhu Hassan. Parliament is expected to approve the nomination when it votes on Thursday, today. The appointment comes in the wake of Hassan's controversial victory in last month's presidential elections. She was declared the winner of the landslide, 97% of the vote, but opponents have accused her party of vote rigging and also ballot stuffing. The country saw violent protests both before and after the elections over the exclusion of her main rivals. The United Nations said that hundreds of people are killed in the demonstration, but the opposition said it was more than 1,000 and that the security forces were responsible. The government said the death toll was far lower, but hasn't given its final figure. Hassan has come under international criticism for her handling of the protests, as well as her human rights record since taking over in 2001. Good afternoon, good morning. More on that, you go there and check it out to get a full detail coming out there for you. Let's now go to the line 0775 919 919 0880 919 919. Added numbers to be a part of the program. Yes, pick the issues. The Supreme Court on her honor Social Justice Inspector has placed a halt on the matter from the criminal court, she urging citing a conference with Judge Usman Fiaka and Claire Mountain on the 2nd of December. And the lawmakers at the level of the Senate have said we want to have separate issues. But then we are seeing a drop in the pro tem budget, and we're seeing increment in the speaker and the deputy speaker. What is going on? What is going on? Good afternoon. Let's talk to our first caller. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You're welcome.
Are you there?
Let me talk to another person here. You gotta be set and be prepared. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Natl, well, let me tell you something. When the people at the Supreme Court want to play with this case, we would put ourselves together and we'll go to that Supreme Court and let the people know that this country now belongs to only one person. Why they should be doing the case there? We hear the country before we pay for on the center. No, when the Supreme Court take action against them, come drop people there, and they just put that case one time and forget for it. No, they will be talking with themselves. We'll get to them.
Okay. Good afternoon. Okay, don't hold the line. 0775 919 919. Good afternoon. Let's talk to you on the Lone Star line. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the issue that have to do with Mountain is a bit serious. If you want to do capital collection from 2024 to 25, they need a start a lot and that's the government from any time. But that when you start going 2018 to 2023, no, that may not be 2011.
We what now? What are you speaking to?
I'm saying the collection is doing, one thing that is doing capital collection.
What kind of collection? We didn't choose to business here?
It's a capital retrieval. Yeah, I'm saying that you should start for investing because my report said that from 2011 to 2023. So why is jumping from 2011 to 2023?
Alright, you don't even understand it, sir. You don't even understand it, sir. Let me talk to another caller. 0775 919 919. Are you interested in Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Yeah, Luther, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the tour. This afternoon, to see the here. I think if check stay away from representative now and go representative and tell people we have country, they compare there. Because most of the money, our country, most of the people that will spend it or start to spend it on them and nothing because how our country be that day. We apply all the money for the court for take problem. So they will just sustain a very little business within a sort of 5 years before they done. Then they put it our money, we just spend it on them, we take it stopping for them. But what they want to point them, they have to get out. There is a rapid government. We are talking during the time or we are what is they are able for their food.
Yeah, who say yeah, the government moving my business because come out to move. You know, going up.
So it's being sure to not go government. You be sure that people more job we are for. They didn't do the thinking. For one.
Okay. And as I speak to you now, the president has commissioned those buses. Remember, the president is among the first passengers to ride the 62-seater buses, 34 pieces that the National Transit Authority, the president has just commissioned them. He is among the first passengers to ride. Imagine the president, the first to ride an NTA bus. He's in the bus right now. Don't ask me which route he's passing, but I'm telling you he's in the bus right now. Let me talk to another caller here. 0775 919 919. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to speak to the budget issue too. it was so we came on. Look at it, it's don't forget. I see how it is.
He said,
what the thing ever was there for a different return. Then I see a nigga to the
but the budget now, the president has said it before them. Will the speaker say, let me reduce my budget, let me be making 900,000, but or man, can put the IB somebody so that the money is depending on. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Farr.
Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
So this is clear to better oracle in the care of the national share for leader. So I think they're taking about be careful with the Supreme Court. Because we read a draft budget, there is still bit of doubt in that draft budget, and also come from the after recovery team. So if we have a fair case, and the Supreme Court keep postponing, so I don't see the possibility of even the government achieving that $10 million that we take on the asset recovery.
Yeah, but I was saying, let's wait for the December 2nd conference with the Justice in Chamber, Associate Justice himself, what we call it. Let's see what will come out of it, because delay, they are in the cases. These should be fact timely, because talking about why we're talking about these people, there are other cases. The Clark said 40 other persons.
So mind you, the next budget they think is everything in January. So when we put all of these cases before you go to the national budget, so at the end of the day, a shortfall.
Oh, okay.
There are so many keep within the Supreme Court. I not see the possibility of achieving the budget. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. You say you don't see the possibility because of the dizzybar that he foresees that will be played. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Farr.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for the discussion. I'm glad the team will be integrated. The reason that they need to build the elected hours were not prepared. Could you imagine official telling of 2,000 and nothing will come about to the church? I said yes. When they were arguing, I said yes. They may write the system because what? The new people put the man there. He went to say, they will continue to work here. My brother, we think of every night and find the constitution. But boy, to take the impeachment proceeding.
Yeah, but you're right. I think now should be the time. If Speaker Richard Cole remain, you say each other when he reduce because he remain that budget, we can't have for that again and impeach him because they're not in the more interest of this country. Yeah. The president, what action the president is doing now, do you want to show the order you get who hat?
This is the time to speak out.
Oh, okay, thank you, my brother. This is the time. Now is the time. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, okay. Yeah, and this is time since the people get let alone because they cannot change. It's time that everyone activate this issue of impeachment. There are laws on the book. They are laws, and a lot of them are fall victim of these laws. A lot of them. It's time that everyone governors, some majors in the district, and impeach a lawmaker. Put it before them. If they can't do it, it's 10 minutes to it. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? The whole country down here, everybody that can't country down.
Hey, my man, that move fire, man. That was 20 years. Good afternoon. You don't get a horse, then you say, you must sell somebody how you renting. What you say? You don't get a horse, then you say they must sell the horse. Let me take my last call here. Let me talk to you, my final caller for today. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm managing a person who don't mind to be down here. I want to follow this first time for you. My brother, we did not do it. We get that thing, but we have to.
Yeah!
We
I want to. I want to say we are wicked for nothing. We are wicked. Yeah. What one funny the boy that come there to the main law because you tell the people out here you want to listen to we paid you. We put the numbers in there. Okay, thank you, my brother. And these are serious things. If the lawmakers want to work in the interest of Liberia, let Liberians activate existing laws that are on the book. Let existing law. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. I gotta go. I give you 30 seconds. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead. I'll give you 30 seconds. You still calling your name. 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, the issue concerning those lawmakers, one is not being done in the impeachment for that very long because those are strengthened legal reviews and there's a court here that is further was deemed necessary after applying to 10% of the vote that impeach that need to impeach a lawmaker. Based upon our sending to committee room, even necessary so to have to make a law and we ourselves are too carried to get vote and somewhere to the world it should be impeached.
Okay. Okay, thank you, my brother, thank you. And this is it. Because Liberia control cry, what are the lawmakers, let us activate parts of the constitution that gave the citizens right. If you can't work in the interest, we won't. What is somebody not working? 2 years and the person neglect you. Then you keep them there 6 years? 4 years and the person neglect you. Wouldn't if we put somebody there for 6 months to end the term, then the person end the term. But we just saying and crying, we were 2029, we were 2036, we were 2050. That all we do? You elect somebody that turn against you? Have you not seen a father to his own son? Have you not seen a mother to his own child before? Because of his attitude? Because of his behavior? Yeah, this thing happen. If you send the person there, and the person is working counterproductive to the level of the district, what do you do? They see the one appointed, you come and impeach him for the position. Let him impeach and remove from the position. So that someone who deserves the position can go there and serve the interests of the country. But the people are crying too long, man. I gotta go this afternoon. Andrew Gamma, you being here with me. Until tomorrow, have a pleasant good afternoon. Just call me the ambassador. Good afternoon.
No one knows it. Nobody can come and give you exact figure because there's no data that have been collected, so nothing can be said, to address that issue of how many, grown. But if we go through the exercise, we will stand and say, look, in Bond County, the 5,000 single barrel gun in the hands of hunters.
Just before my colleague can come in, you also considering those having guns for personal protection?
Yes, which it will be registered because the whole idea is to make sure that people who have weapons are accounted for. Yeah.
Okay. So lastly, from my end, after the launchings today you have launched. After that, what are you expecting next from those that having small arms in the county?
Repeat the question. Say after.
Today you have launched the program. Mm-hmm. What do you expect next to come?
Well, this is a launch. As I said, we expect more turnout. Okay. More people to turn out. Because that will encourage us. And it will send a message to the other counties.
Okay.
That people are utilizing. So,
finally, just give us a parting comments.
Well, we expect those of you in the fourth estate, a member of the fourth estate, to help us spread the news like wildfire. Let it go out to the people. That the team is here to help register arms for hunters and even people in special needs who have side weapons to register them. So it is a good thing to do, just like the Chief of Office Staff, Senator Prince Moise said. Arms in the hands of wrong people can make society